Have you got it?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Everyone is a combination of 2 BTS members. Which are you?
So before we start, which 2 members of BTS do you think you're a combination of? If you were to say.
Jimin and Namjoon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I could see that. Taeyoung and Namjoon.
All right, so let's see if this quiz is as accurate as it's supposed to be.
Let's see.
So, because it does say right here, this quiz is 100% accurate.
Oh.
So.
Okay, well let's put that to the test.
Okay. Go for it.
So, first question. What are you most talented at? And the options are singing, dancing, writing, visual art, sports, public speaking, social media, math, talking one-on-one.
That didn't focus at all, but yeah. So what do you think you're most talented at?
I'm torn between singing and writing. I think I'm quite good at talking one-on-one, and I'm good at math, but not as good. I think
most talented is the question. What are you most talented at?
I'm between singing and writing. I'll go with writing.
Interesting. I'm going for writing as well.
Oh.
But that's because
I think
I
have more experience writing. Like my whole degree was based around me writing well.
Yeah, that is true. All right, moving on. Next question. How do you spend most of your spare time? And the options are gaming, hanging out with friends, watching Netflix, sleeping, creating things, using social media, being active, cooking, reading. I'll show you.
Okay, what do you think?
I think I'm creating things.
I was thinking the same.
In our free time, I think we're always doing something for this channel.
Yeah.
Or
making music or writing.
Yeah. It's always trying to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
I feel happiest when I'm being creative.
Me too. I read a lot as well, but creating things more so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in your group of friends, which are you? The organizer, the listener, the leader, the clown, the quiet one, the gift giver, the cheerleader, the hugger, the memory keeper.
I think I know of these options which one I am.
Okay, yeah. What do you think?
I'm the leader.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, I'm the one who just takes charge. I don't even mean to. I just do.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one as well because I am the same way. I'm often just I take initiative very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need to be prompted, so a lot of the time I'll give my opinions or things and then we'll go with them. But I think I'll go with the hugger because I'd say I'm quite an emotionally supportive person.
Aww.
So I'll go with that one.
I like physical affection, but for some reason I'm usually just like, don't touch me. I'm doing something.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean, I've taken it more like providing emotional support because I'm not the type to just go and hug everybody. Definitely not. But I'm the type that you can talk to about anything.
I think you have to be a little bit brazen. Like,
yeah,
our darling Jimin just hugs people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you have to be like a very, very comfortable in yourself to just be like, I'm gonna give you a hug. You're gonna enjoy it.
You know, I really don't give out physical affection very often, so maybe I've picked the wrong choice. I might go back.
Too late. You've picked it. I don't think you can undo it.
I can do it.
Oh, lucky. Are you changing your mind?
Yeah, because I am an emotional support, but I'm not the type to just go and hug everyone because I don't like to be touched.
Exactly. And it's like, and I'm a very affectionate person, but then don't touch me.
Mm-hmm, exactly, like you stay out my personal
It doesn't
space.
make any sense.
Yeah. See, I would pick the listener, but I also talk a hell of a lot.
Maybe you're the organizer then?
Definitely not.
No? Well, then you're clearly not the quiet one. You're the clown.
I'm not that funny. I'm just going to pick the leader as well. We're just picking the same now.
Well, we did say our person in common is Namjoon, so.
True.
Okay. How would you describe your style? Understated, vintage, trendy, dramatic, eclectic, comfortable, expensive, flexible, conservative. Here's the options.
Okay, I think I would pick vintage for mine.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like old clothes and stuff.
I am stuck between expensive.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
And flexible. because I really like to wear, what is the term? Athletic fab, like where it's just athletic chic. That's my preferred look. But all of my brand names are brand.
I'd say your style is more expensive, because then expensive can be the other things as well.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I'll go to a like charity shop, that's what they call them here, and just pick up a thrift store. Is that what you call them?
Yeah. Thrift shop, like the song. Yeah.
Yes. And get loads of old school, really cheap clothes and then like remake them.
That's awesome. I wish I could do that. I don't do that. I don't do that because I don't know how, nor do I have the time. So I'm just like, someone give it to me high quality so that I don't have to worry about it ripping and having to fix it myself. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one for expensive clothes really. Brands aren't my thing.
They didn't used to be. And then I think just in the environments I've worked in, those were important things because people are visual. So the way you appear is the first impression you give. And I wanted to play in with the big kids. So
yeah, that makes sense, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's especially true in finance. Yeah. Anyway, I think you're next in that question.
Yeah. What word describes you best? Chaotic, determined, imaginative, impulsive, deep, caring, reliable, complicated, outspoken.
Oh, I tried to show the thing on camera, but it wouldn't zoom in.
Oh.
There we go.
I'm not good at picking one word to describe myself.
Oh, fuck it, pick it up.
Because I think I'm many things.
Okay, well, let's pick our word for each other then.
Okay.
So you're not chaotic. You are determined. You are imaginative. I don't think you're very impulsive.
I have my moments, but not really.
Yeah, but I know you overall, so I'm giving you my overall impression. Okay. I would say you are deep. You are caring. I don't know if reliable is the term I would pick for you, not in a negative way, but it's just like life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Complicated. Yeah, we're all complicated. Outspoken. Yeah, you are very outspoken. I think for you, I would pick imaginative.
Okay.
Because you have a mind that thinks of a lot of different things at once, and you are just this like free spirit in your imagination. That's what I would say for you.
Okay, yeah. So for you, I don't think you're very chaotic. You're very determined, very imaginative as well. Impulsive, you can be impulsive. Deep, I think you're deep. I think you're caring. I think you're reliable as well. Complicated and outspoken. Most of these apply to you, to be honest.
Yeah. Pick one.
I'm going to go with determined for you.
Nice. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, what is your favorite movie genre? We have romance, action, comedy, horror, science fiction, mystery, adventure, musical, and drama. They left out anime. That would be my chosen genre.
Ooh. Mine changes a lot. I think
it depends on the movie.
Yeah.
Because you can have some really good, like I have some of my favorite movies are romantic comedies.
Same, yeah.
But I wouldn't say that that's my preferred genre. I typically steer away from that genre because I think most of the stuff in it is crappy.
Yeah, agreed.
I think I would probably have to go with
comedy
sci-fi.
Is very subjective. I'm good. Yeah. Go with sci-fi as well. Sci-fi is my go-to.
I like sci-fi because it's like it usually also has hints of like fantastical, like makes you use your imagination, and then you're exploring like a real life concept taken to its extreme.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. With science fiction, like you have to use your brain, and some thought has to go into it, like creative thought, in order to make it, because it's something otherworldly or like that we don't have. So there's usually something good to say about sci-fi.
Yeah. My other thing though is like my all-time favorite movie is The Fifth Element. Which you still haven't seen, right?
No.
Well, that movie is sci-fi, comedy, and action. And I'm just like, and if you knew this movie, you would understand that you can't pick apart any of those genres. It is not predominantly one thing or another. All of those three things tie together to make it this like amazing thing. But I'm gonna say sci-fi. What's your all-time favorite movie?
It's hard. I have a few, like I usually condense it to like a top 5 because there's a lot to choose from, but Titanic is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really? I can't handle the second half. It's so sad.
It's sad, but right, I'll explain this to you because I've explained it a few times. So whenever I'm sad or ill, I watch Titanic and it makes me feel better. And everybody's always like, how can that make you feel better? It's like the saddest movie ever. But I don't find it sad. Like, I find it hauntingly beautiful, because even though like what happens in the end and he dies and it's devastating, like it's what she says in the movie, like, he saved me, and then she goes on to have this amazing life, and he is like through
what is her life
with her, and she just like, she grows old and she gets married and she does all the things they said they would do together, and then she dies when she's like a really old lady. But like the beauty of it is like that these two people impacted each other so much that even though he was gone, he remained a part of her life and changed it in a huge way. And plus, the other thing I really like about it is it gives individual stories to a tragedy. Like, when you hear a tragedy, it's like, this many people died on the ship.
It's just a number.
It's just a number. Whereas this is like showing you how each of these individual human beings in this tragedy had their own stories, had their own people that impacted them. And I just find it really touching and beautiful and relevant. And so even though it's sad, like, I don't find it too sad.
I can understand that. Yeah, because you find beauty in tragedy, and it gives it a sense of hope. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because that whole sequence of the ship starting to get flooded and starting to sink and everybody in panic and horror, one of my biggest fears and phobias in life is drowning. And that whole idea of being stuck somewhere where you have like little to no chance of escape and survival is terrifying to me. Every time I rewatch it, doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, I feel the fear with them, because I'm like, oh, and like the scene with like the old couple who just stay in their room and hold their hands and drown. I'm like, could I do that? No, I would be gripped by panic. I would like, I can't, like, that to me.
If I knew that I was gonna die, like if I knew that was gonna happen to me, I'd probably just like kill myself in the easiest way possible.
Yeah, don't drag it out. Also, because drowning is like an extended thing and it's painful.
Exactly.
I hate drowning.
My worst fear is burning alive. That's mine, I think. That'd be my worst way to die. But I don't know about you, but when you get burned, it's the worst pain. Like, burns are so much worse than cuts and bruises and everything. And like that's just from like one tiny burn. Like the thought of my entire body feeling like that much pain.
Ooh, yeah. No, I totally.
But anyway, some of my other favorite movies, The Breakfast Club. I love that movie so much because it's just such an incredible, like talk of just human life and different people coming together in such a simplistic but meaningful way.
Which one is The Breakfast Club? Is that the one where they're all in detention?
Yeah, there's like 5 of them and they're in detention, and it takes place mainly in one room, and it's just really clever. I really like it. And
I thought it was really well done. You can also watch it though, and you can sense the time that it was made in, the stereotypes that people had.
Yes, that's the downside.
Yeah, and you look back at it and you're like, we are all trapped within the category that society places us in, and no one is one thing completely. We are not robots who have one purpose. We're all so multidimensional.
But, you know, even though it does have a lot of that, like one of the main points of the movie is that even though these people are categorized into different things and they're never supposed to mingle with each other, they end up finding a shared humanity and actually becoming one. Like there are complications with it, like, oh, the weird girl has to have makeup on to be considered pretty. Like there are things like of the times, but it was quite ahead of its time, I think, as well, in its like reflection on how individual experience can like bring people together. And
do you have a third favorite movie?
Yeah, it's called August Rush.
I love that movie.
Do you know it?
We talked about this.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. Because I just sob like a baby every time. It's the most beautiful film. It's a music film. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's called August Rush. And like every time I even listen to the soundtrack, I cry. I cry every time I watch that movie. It's so beautiful. It's beautifully done, and the I can't remember his name, the child actor in it is phenomenal.
Amazing, yeah.
I love him. I'm listening to your favorite movies, and they are reflective of your values, right? You like people's stories, you like societal commentary, and you love music. I would say like among my top 3 are Fifth Element, Zorro, and The Mask, and all of those are like about someone like breaking out from the norm to do what needs to be done. They have a sense of duty, a sense of revenge, and like righting wrongs in the world. And I'm like,
yeah, and that's
is that a commentary on me?
Mm-hmm. I think our favorite artistic pieces, like our favorite albums, our favorite movies, our favorite books, is always reflective on the values that we like hold most dear. So it's interesting. Yeah. If anybody's watching this, please tell us your favorite movies
and why.
And why, yeah, and how it relates to you as a person. Okay, moving back on because we just went on a huge tangent.
Yeah, hold on, I closed this. Did I? Okay. Science fiction. Next question. Is it my turn?
I think it's mine.
Go for it.
What kind of vacation do you like best? Relaxing, backpacking, camping, luxurious, cultural, busy, solo, unplanned, stay at home?
Do you like spontaneous vacations?
Yeah, I enjoy spontaneous vacations. Like, I don't like waiting. I hate like planning a holiday and then having to wait for a year. Like, that's just bullshit. I'd rather be like, right, where do I want to go? Okay, next week, let's go here. Awesome.
What about same day trips?
Yeah, I could do same day trips, but I'd probably want about a week. Like,
yeah, well then I wouldn't say that that's spontaneous. So I think I'm in the same boat as you because I've done the spontaneous trips where like, we're going to this place, pack your bags. But one of my worst feelings in the world is going somewhere and like for a vacation and then realizing belatedly that you didn't bring what you needed. Yeah. And then because then instead of enjoying yourself, you either have to suffer through not having what you need or you have to take time out to go get it. And it's never been fun. And I've always been like, had to come to the realization that like, I'm a creature of comfort. I have things I need.
For me, like, I don't really need anything when I go on holiday. All I need is clothes. Like, because
you don't have toiletries you need? You don't have medicine you take?
Certain things. Like, I have toiletries and, toiletries, medication.
Those are the easiest to forget. Like, for me, True. I have very sensitive, dry skin. I'm always putting on lotion. Speaking of which, put some on right now. Like, I have to live with lotion. But there have been times when I go somewhere and I've forgotten, like, that basic thing and my skin is on fire until I fix it. And I can't enjoy myself because I'm just thinking about how everything hurts.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm allergic to mosquito bites. So when I go on holiday, they like blow up to like this big on my skin and they're really itchy. Yeah, it's so bad. So I have to like take these tablets and rub on this cream to like stop the itchiness and stop the like inflammation. And when I don't have that, like I remember being in Thailand, I think I was, and I had to go to the doctor and be like, please help me because I can't survive anymore. Because they were just so itchy.
Are you just like allergic to whatever it is that mosquitoes have that makes your skin itchy?
You know, it's really weird because when I get bites in the UK, they don't swell. But when I'm abroad, they do. So I don't know if they're different. But
probably. Those mosquitoes are feeding off of a different blood supply.
Yeah. Well, it must be what they inject you with that I'm allergic to. And then it's really annoying. But yeah, so I did forget that once and that was the worst.
Yeah.
But in terms of vacations, so holidays, we didn't.
Yeah, because I'm like, one of the options here is unplanned. I'm like, that does not sound fun. That sounds like a lot of stress.
Yeah, see, when I go on holiday, even if it's quite recent to when I book it, I check out like dozens of travel websites, restaurant reviews, cultural websites, so that I can find everything because I don't like to miss out on anything. Like when I go to a place, I don't know if I'm ever coming back, so I want to have like the best possible opportunity, and I'll plan everything that I want to do. And so if it was unplanned, like I was just walking around, I wouldn't like that.
So then, do you like to go to cities or go to nature? Because some of the options here are nature-y.
I think what I'm going to pick is cultural, because that's usually the thing I do the most, is I will visit, like, I'll try the food, I'll go to the local, like, well-known places that locals like to go to, and I'll visit, like, the different
And you want to go to the landmarks. Like, you want
the landmarks.
Like, the things that everybody knows this place is famous for. I agree, I'm also picking cultural. Also because, like, my other option was going to be luxurious, because I do, like, going to the spa and getting massages, but that's also boring because the amount of brain power you use in that is like 10%. So like there's only so long where I can just be 10% brain power before I'm like, I need to do something. My brain is like languishing and it's not fun.
You know, the thing I always like to do is I'll have like one day of my holiday where I'll just lounge by the sea and get a massage and go to a spa, and then like one day is enough relaxation for me, and then the rest of it I like to be like busy and doing things, because I just feel like when you go on holiday you only get that opportunity like maybe once, maybe you'll come back, maybe you won't. So like,
and if you come back, especially if it's far away, you like it might not be for several years if you get that chance.
Yeah, and there's so many places, like I don't really want to visit the same places more than once because there's so many places to see. Like I just like to take everything in and see as much as I can.
Yep. So
Okay.
sleep is usually secondary.
Yep.
All right, next question. What is your favorite type of sky? I love this question. I'm obsessed with the sky. I literally
love this
moved to this
question.
area because I like the sky. And I'm telling you right now, I picked my college because I live in the area of where I decided to go to college because I like the sky here. And when I told that to my husband like a couple years ago, he was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yep, I needed to be happy. I needed to pick this." So our options...
whenever I'm feeling sad, like, and I feel overwhelmed, I'll go and sit outside and just stare at the sky for a while because it just makes me feel better. Like looking at the sky, whether it be in the daytime, whether it be at night, and just seeing the clouds or the stars or the sun, like it just makes everything seem not so bad.
Also, where I live has the most beautiful sunsets. And I always try to take them with my camera, but it's never the same, like, as my eye, like my vision. And I love it, which also makes it hard to drive when the sun is going down because I'm, like, staring at the sky and not the road. Anyway, what is your favorite type of sky? Totally clear blue, soft white clouds, gray and moody, black with storms, starry night, sunrise, sunset, post-rain rainbow, lit up with fireworks. These are cute options. I already know what I'm going for sunset. I just told you I love the sunsets here.
Yeah, I think I love sunsets so much as well. And I also love stormy skies. I just think they look cool. But I'm going to pick starry night because I love the stars. I stayed in Gran Canaria once in an Airbnb that was like one house on the top of a mountain. Like we had to drive up for like half an hour up this mountain to get to it, and like it was just on the top of this mountain with like no lights around, and we could just stare up at the sky at nighttime, and there were so many beautiful stars, and it was amazing.
That sounds amazing. You know where else I want to go? I really want to go to New Zealand after BTS went in Bon Voyage 4, and like that time when they went to was it a planetarium? It was like somewhere in the middle of nowhere where they had this amazing view of the night sky, and they were all just trying to take pictures on their phone, and they were like, "I'm sorry, Army, like we can't convey this to you with our phones."
No, I think that was Hawaii. I think that was in Hawaii.
Well, I guess maybe yeah, because I haven't seen them in Hawaii.
Oh, I watched the other Bon Voyage the other day, and they went somewhere to look at the sky as well because they were like, "Oh, please excuse us for using infrared cameras because we can't film with lights here."
Yeah. Well, maybe they did it. They did it in both places because Hawaii is also a nice place to do it because it's an island. So when you have somewhere that's far away from everything else, there's a lot less light pollution.
Yeah, that's two places I really want to go: Hawaii and New Zealand.
I've been to Hawaii. Okay, I went there for work.
Cool.
It rains like once a day for like 20 minutes.
I love tropical rain though. I think tropical rain is so comforting, like because it's really hot. I like just standing outside in tropical rain. I think it's great.
When I'm in the middle of doing something for work outside and all of a sudden it rains, I'm like, great.
Oh no, I'm thinking more like, I remember I was like backpacking up to a waterfall once and it was like tropical rain and it was so hot and humid and it just felt amazing.
Yeah, if you're doing something like that, I totally agree. The rain would help.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
How do you want others to think of you?
Best fucking person ever. Oh, sorry, that's not an option.
Okay, so inspirational, hardworking, smart, creative, loyal, trustworthy, kind, generous, funny. I mean, I'd like people to think all these things of me.
Yes. Like I said, best fucking person ever.
I think the one I would most like people to think of me is inspirational.
Aww.
I'd like to be inspirational. That's my main goal in life. Yeah.
What do I want to be? I think I'm tied between smart and loyal because I tend to be a very loyal person. Also, that isn't that like the stereotype for my I'm a Leo. Leos are supposed to be loyal.
I think you should pick loyal because I think you're the type of person that if somebody doesn't think you're smart, then you don't really give a fuck anyway.
No, it's just too fucking stupid to understand that. Yeah, okay, I'll go with loyal.
Hey, is it your go?
What is your favorite type of drink? Oh, this is gonna be easy. Our options are coffee, tea, water, soda, juice, milk, wine, beer, spirits. I wonder.
Yeah, which one? Coffee.
And I'm gonna go with tea. That one was the easiest question. I love that one.
What kind of superpower do you want? Invisibility, super strength, teleportation, time travel, flying, healing, seeing the future, controlling the elements, immortality.
Have you seen those memes about like people who are immortal? Like, it must suck if you're immortal because like you had like an awkward conversation 3 centuries ago and you just think of like the proper comeback. You're like, no,
but that's funny.
Yeah, or you can't use like your favorite memes or like however people talked from like long ago because people don't talk that way anymore. And you were like, damn it, I had really good like style when I spoke like that. Well, that and the fact that everyone you know and love would be dead.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be immortal. I mean, it'd be nice to live like 3 times my lifespan. Like, it'd be cool to live till you were like 300, but I wouldn't want to live longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever read a book called Elantris by Brandon Sanderson?
No.
It is a really good book, but the premise is that there used to be these incredible beings who were immortal, all-powerful, whatever, but then something happened, and it's like normal people become, like, will like one day just become one of those people. And so it used to be they would change, they would become these great, powerful, magical people. But because of whatever, some event happening, now when people switch and become that, instead of it being a good thing, it's now a bad thing because your body becomes decrepit, but you're still immortal. So if you like stub your toe, the pain never goes away. So each little tiny fit injury you get is just immortalized forever, and it doesn't stop. So it's like the people who've been around for a while are all crazy because they're just one massive ball of pain.
Oh my god.
And yeah,
awful.
It's a really good book, and like the whole premise is like trying to figure out, well, what the hell happened? Why are people like this? And then there's like political stuff going on as well. I really recommend it. It's a really great book. But I was just like, that's what I think of every time I hear immortality. I'm like, well, what are you immortalizing? My good things or my bad things? Because I don't want my bad things immortalized.
That's a good way of looking at it, to be honest.
Anyway.
Okay, I definitely don't want to see the future.
That's boring.
See, flying and teleportation is like the same thing, but flying exerts way more energy. So I always dismiss flying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess you can see things from the sky, but
you
like
go
time travel. Yeah.
But they'd be really cool.
Time travel would be cool as long as there was no way that you could affect anything. Like,
well, here's what I used to say that my favorite superpower would be to pause time. Not fast forward, just pause it. So it's like if I didn't sleep enough and it's time for me to get up and do something, let me just pause time, finish sleeping, and then resume it. Like feeling like fully awake. The problem with that is though is that you might end up aging faster than you want to.
True. So my favorite superpower has always been teleportation because I love to travel, and like it'd just be so much easier.
Agreed. That would be my preferred one too, teleportation.
Healing would be a nice one, but I feel like you would just destroy yourself by trying to save everyone.
Yeah, if you could heal. Yeah. All right, what are you most afraid of? Hey, we had this conversation. Neither one of our options are on here. Our options are spiders, zombies, heights, public speaking, flying, snakes, needles, ghosts, and clowns. Of these options, I think I'm stuck between spiders and ghosts. And I mean that in the sense of like, I think we had this conversation. I can't remember if I watch a scary movie and like it's like something's haunted or whatever, should hit the fan. Like when the movie ends, most people are like, that was cool, and they move on. For me, whatever happened in that movie, I never move on from it. So it'll be like months later, and it'll be quiet. I'll be alone at home. It'll be dark.
Walking at nighttime.
Yeah, and then suddenly my brain's like, hey, remember that movie you watched?
Same!
It's real.
Oh my god, same. That's why I don't watch scary movies, because they stick in my head, and then I'll have nightmares about them and all shit like that. Although, like, it's not that I don't believe in ghosts, I just don't really think ghosts are that bad. Like, if there's ghosts, there's ghosts. Like, I'm not one to
ghosts are
there's
fine.
evil spirits.
Yeah, but just like the haunted, crazy shit that happens in those scary movies, I'm like, I know it's not real, but what if it was?
Yeah.
What if it was happening right now? No,
I know what you mean. So I hate needles, but I can deal with them. I am terrified of spiders. Do you want to hear a really embarrassing and funny story?
Yes.
So there was once in my house this giant spider, like it was huge, it had big fat legs, and it was in my bathroom, and I was at home alone, and I freaked out, and I went in there and tried to like get rid of it with a broom, but I kept going near it, and then I ended up just like, I was crying, trying to get rid of this spider with a broom, like, and then I couldn't do it, so I ended up just closing the bathroom door and putting towels all around the cracks of the door. And then I had to wait for a day before somebody came home, and I had to pee in my garden because I didn't want to use the bathroom. And then somebody came and got rid of the spider for me.
Okay, so it was still there when they came to...
Yeah, they came and got rid of it for me because I wasn't going to do it.
What if when they had come to get it, it was gone?
Then I would have lost my shit. Like,
you would probably moved out of your house.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with spiders too.
I'm also scared of clowns. I've told you this before.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether to pick spiders or clowns.
That's a question. That's a choice you have to make.
I'm going to go with clowns because spiders is more a completely irrational fear, whereas clowns I have like a reasoning for. I've explained this to you before, but I hate anything that covers its face that I can't read because I'm quite good at reading people's faces and expressions and emotions. So when they've got like a upside down smile painted on and like makeup covering all their face, I can't see their intentions properly, and it really freaks me out. So yeah.
All right.
What's your favorite sweet treat? I think it's my turn.
My option is not on here. Mine is whipped
same.
cream. What's your option?
Pastries.
Well, why don't you read the options that are here?
Okay, so ice cream, chocolate, cake, candy, cookies, pie, donuts, fruit. I don't like sweets. Out of these, I might just pick candy. We don't call it candy, but...
What do you call it?
Sweets.
Oh.
I'm a sucker for sweets.
Yeah, I mean, I like ice cream cake. But that's two separate options on here. And I like pastries too, and I like chocolate mousse. I like tiramisu.
I have
what
tiramisu
does that
downstairs?
But like, what does that fall under here? Ice cream or cake?
I think cake.
Fine, I'll go with cake.
Okay, so what's your star sign? So you're a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Capricorn, like Tay.
What did you get?
I got RM and sugar.
Me too.
Did you? Nice. Oh, I always do this the wrong way.
Yeah.
So it says, you're a natural leader who people often turn to for advice. While you're not always great at expressing your own feelings, you do feel deeply and value loyalty and trust. Which I'd say is pretty accurate for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're friends.
Yeah.
So, that was fun.
It was. This was our longest warm-up ever, but it was a very long quiz, to be fair.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get the show on the road.